So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take numbers that you want from page 1 and the back side. I'm just going to take all the numbers so you know what's on this video. Yep.
Number 9.
Number 9. Any others? Yep. 18. So on the first page, the front and back, the only ones you guys want is number 9 and 18. All right, and the last page, remember you had to do on the last page of it, is on Unit 5, last page of the review. Is there any of these ones you want to do? Yep. Number 5. So Unit 5, number 5. And the reason why I'm calling the numbers first is so that if anyone's watching this video, they can know what we're doing. All right, so Unit 1, number 9. When you are looking at this, what you have to do when you are solving, you have to think about what have we learned. Remember that in order for this to be 0, this has to equal 0 or that has to be equal to 0. So anytime you have it set up like this, remember you're just going to go 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 and 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. At this time, if you do not have this problem done, I expect you to be writing this, just so you know. Then you simply solve it out for your x's. So you subtract 5 on this side, and you have 3x is equal to 5, negative, and divide by 3, so x is equal to a negative 5/3. On this one, we would have to add 6. So we have 2x is equal to 6, divide by 2, x is equal to a 3. So it's this or that. All right. We have Sam's farm is 20% of, or the size of Anna's farm. The area of Sam's farm is 30 acres. How big is Alan's farm? All right. So we are looking for Alan's farm, and we have Alan's farm. So we're going to call x equals Alan's farm. Now, it really doesn't matter what ones you call, but you just have to be consistent throughout the thing. So it says Sam's farm. So Sam's farm, and you could also even call it A and S if you wanted to, but I'm used to doing Y's and X's. So Y will be Sam's farm. All right, read it again. It says Sam's farm, so what is that? Y is equals 20%. How do you do 20%? 0.2. Of, does anybody remember what of means? Times Alan's farm. So we're timesing it by x. The area of Sam's farm is 30 acres. So that means Y is 30. Bless you. And now all we have to do is divide by 0.2. So put it in your calculator. And I don't even know what mine is. Oh, I have to use my phone one. So I have 30 divided by 0.2 is 150 acres. All right, last page you guys asked for was on the back side. It says, number 5 is what you asked for. It says multiplying and dividing your rational exponents. Anytime I look at this, I know that they want you to factor this out. So, first thing we're looking for, AC on here is negative 15 or negative 14. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together that gives me negative 14, that when I add them gives me negative 5. So what gives me negative 14 that when I add them gives me a negative 5? So I have 7 and 2. So one thing you can do is you can go x here because of this and x. And we know it's 7 and 2. We want it to be negative 5, so which one is negative? The 7. This is still on the top, so I'm going to go x plus 2 to write it down. That's my top. Now let's do the bottom. The bottom AC is negative 6, because this is a 1 times negative 6. So we have AC is negative 6, B is negative 1. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply together that gives me negative 6, that when I add them gives me a negative 1. What numbers multiply together to give me a 6? 3 and 2 is what it is going to be. So we have, remember our x's come out front, because x times x is x squared. So we have 3 and 2. And we want the x to be negative, so that means our 3 is going to be negative. And then we bring down our x minus 7. Once you factor, things should fall out. This falls out with this. They're the same on top and bottom, so you can cross them out. X plus 2 and x plus 2. That also cancels out. So our final answer is x plus 2 over x minus 3. Now, in some cases, you might have had 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, in which case then you'd have to FOIL it out. Alright, so if it is that, you would have to go through and finish it. Alright. Any other ones that you don't have done that you want to see how to do them? Number 4 on this one? Okay. Number 4. Alright. So, there's nothing we can multiply or factor out of any of it. So, this right here is simplified as much as you can. So, the only thing we can do now is to multiply. So, you simply have to remember that there has to be a parentheses around that. So, this 4 gets distributed to both of them. So that would be 4x plus 8 over 5x squared plus 5x. On the top ones, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you factor, and just like I did on number 5, you're going to factor and cancel out things in common. So you are going to factor these and cancel out things in common. Alright, any other ones? Alright. Remember